よいしょ。
It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. People are smiling, making plans, hiding behind their shades, and you're doing the same. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where your heart is fire. But baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake. 'Cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm at night. No, I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. But if the sky would open up, you're staying home, you don't get out. You always used to love the rain, but LA changed you. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where your heart is fire. But baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake. 'Cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm at night. No, I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold.
こっちやったやん。
I bet you're cold.
こっち。
You're so damn cold. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where your heart is fire. But baby, I bet you're cold without me, even when it's 90 degrees. Without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in that bed, lying awake.
これで帰
'Cause I'm
るよ。
not there beside you, keeping you warm at night. No, I bet you're cold. You're so damn
こっち。
cold.
さすがにこっちは砂糖で塗って。
It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright.
よし、開けてるかい。
まだ味見する。味見。ほら。ちゃんはぽーちゃん。ちゃん。ぴょんぴょんぴょん。ピカチュウ何してる？
混ぜ混ぜ。
まずまずしてる？
うん。 した今日の天気は。
では2月4日木曜日18時から雷注意報が発表されています。現在予想最高気温は10度、予想最低気温は0度です。
よいしょ。ちょっと待ってね。うん。さあ、7分測って。うん、できたよ。座ってね。玉ねぎさん上手に食べてる。
うん。
うん。
とても美味しい。
엄마이네. 엄마이네.
나니?
나니?